Every year, millions of college students are forced to endure incredibly inconvenient, disgusting, and overpriced on-campus housing arrangements. They do this because they're under the influence that there are no other options for them, that they need to live in a dorm in order to pursue their college education. But what if I told you that there was another way? My name is Rich Snyder, and this is The Crib. Before we move forward, I want you to keep in mind that all of the information that I have for you comes from my 4-year experience at Montclair State University. Prior to living at the Crib, I lived on campus for 2 semesters as a resident, then another 2 semesters working and living as a resident assistant. I did not realize just how toxic and childish the entire concept was until I was forced to leave. Then I found the Crib. So I guess you could say that I have the perfect credentials to make this documentary. I've lived in all 3 worlds, but I was curious to know if there were others out there who had negative experiences with on-campus housing. So I took to the streets and just listened to what these people had to say.
There's mold in our apartment. We have stink bug infestations all the time.
They have to clean those communal bathrooms.
Bro, stinks.
We still had to sign waivers to go get our food for the next day. How am I supposed to know that I want to go get dinner at Sam's at 7 p.m. tomorrow?
Sometimes they would write us up and they're kind of like out to get us. They purposely kind of set us up sometimes.
My roommate last semester stole my mirror when she was moving out. It's kind of tough.
I would not drink the water.
We don't have any 24-hour food service or any food service that's open past 1 a.m. Plus the food is bad.
We should have air conditioning for all.
Yes, air conditioning.
Air conditioning for everyone.
Bro.
And heat for everyone.
And a better kitchen.
If I'm paying that much, I should get some air.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Living at the Crib is one of the greatest decisions I made in college.
And on top of that, you also have hundreds of unfiltered confessions being posted on the community confessions page. If you want to learn about some of the nastiness that goes on inside these dorm buildings, then spend some time exploring this page. I was even able to find some newspaper articles that expose the foul practices of the university's residence life department. What's funny is that the articles were written by the school's very own newspaper.
It's comfortable, convenient, independent, and most importantly, affordable.
So let's break it down. The most expensive room in the Crib comes to a monthly rate of $950. There are about 5 months in a single semester, so multiply that amount by 5 and you get $4,750. But you can't forget about some of the additional expenses and fees. In a single month, you'll probably pay around $25 for Wi-Fi, $62 for electric, and $3 for water, which all comes to $90 for the month. We'll multiply that amount by 5, which gives us $450. Add that to our original amount of $4,750, and you end up paying $5,200 for a single semester of off-campus housing. Now let's look at Montclair State's on-campus housing. The least pathetic option that the university offers is a single room in the village community, which also happens to be their most expensive option. This scenario is perfect because we'll be comparing the school's best and most expensive to the Crib's best and most expensive. A single semester in this location comes to a flat rate of $6,224. So that's $5,200 against $6,224, which doesn't even include the food arrangements. At the Crib, you have absolute access to a completed kitchen where you cook all of your meals like a grown-up. But this does mean that you have to keep it stocked with the necessary groceries. On average, everyone living at the Crib pays about $200 for groceries every month. Multiply that by 5 and we're looking at $1,000 for a semester of groceries. Now let's look at on-campus dining. According to the school website, the average campus meal plan roughly costs $2,400, which grants you access to a bunch of campus dining locations that all have lower than average reviews. Now we are prepared to look at the bigger picture. The overall cost to stay on campus for a semester comes to $8,624, while the overall cost to stay at a place like the Crib comes to $6,000. I'll let you do that math on your own, but over time you will literally save thousands of dollars and avoid some of the biggest irritations of being a college student, thus enriching your own lives and sending a very clear message to the Residence Life Department. Now, what the university may try to tell you is that you're paying for convenience, that you're right there in the center of it all, which is true for most of their buildings, although they flat out suck and lack the simplest of pleasures, such as air conditioning, working elevators, even quiet. But the buildings that we looked at in the budget comparison, the university's best and most expensive, aren't in the center of anything. You rely on the university shuttle system just to get to the main campus to take your classes. And these shuttles are infamous for not being on schedule. This entire time that I've been talking to you, I've been waiting for a shuttle. The schedule said it'd be here in 5 minutes. I've been waiting for 20. The evidence speaks for itself. Off-campus housing dominates on-campus housing in every category, except for one. The number of rentable residences surrounding the nearby area of a college campus is far lower than what the university will have available for you. And once I realized this, I realized that in order to find a crib of your own, you don't just need to be smart, but you also need to be very lucky. So if life ever presents you with the opportunity to escape what's normal in the name of improvement, you better take it, because chances like that are rare. While it is true that residence life is evil, perhaps it's a necessary evil. I'm Rich Snyder, and thank you for visiting The Crib.